Here is another video regarding to the game's recode and game updates. A quick disclaimer is that some of these features mentioned in this video may change or be removed entirely. Ever since my last Recode update video, they have now released some Carcharadontosaurus sculpts and progress for it. As you can see here, it is quite detailed, muscular, well built, and I beg to differ to some that the head looks odd, but I actually like it on how it looks. And they're also now beginning to sculpt the scales and texture for it just recently. More theme skins are coming into the game. First, we have the retextured Dreadnoughtus default skin and some naturalistic skin for Ceratosaurus, Sarcosuchus, and Ouranosaurus. Finally, they have released Sarcosuchus a new skin for it, aside from the default, melanistic, and its leucistic skin, as well as for Ouranosaurus, which barely has any skin. And they have now recolored the Dreadnoughtus default skin, but with the same patterns. Here are some more naturalistic skins with Sauroposeidon, Dreadnoughtus, and of course we have a bit here of the three varied Saurophagnexes naturalistic skins, which represents the arid, boreal or tundra, and the jungle skins. Those are corresponding to their color. Also, in the Lowlands ecosystem, they are now different skins for the AI critters or dinosaurs, so that players can distinguish them from the actual player and from being AI. Of course, those AI dinosaurs are Triceratops, Edmontosaurus, and Syntausaurus. Since Lowlands or the Lowlands ecosystem will be the first one to receive and to be released with the Recode update, they are now changing the map, especially dividing the hotspot as you can see here, running and rerouting the Arcose River into the middle of the Great Fern biome. And you see that very large area to the right, there would be a new biome for it, which they are initially calling the marshlands, which consists of these tall, unique grass textures that are similar to the marshlands we see, IRL. These are tall grass, thick and lush, pretty good for hiding and for ambushing nearby prey and hiding from predators as a small dinosaur. These are all from the Discord server provided by this user. These are cool pictures which you can access as well. You can see how the ambience is with the new marshland biome. Here are just some sample pictures taken from them. More map changes upcoming for the Lowlands is an extension of the southern biomes, or the coastline. It is increased by 300 meters from the indent right there, which will provide more space and more biomes for the upcoming marshlands. And with a prismatic event to be released together with the Recode and then Lowlands, there are now gem caves to be found and are slowly being integrated into the map. If you're interested on where these gem caves are located, I have provided another separate video for it, which I have found 6 unique gem caves. But currently, at the making of this video, I have found the last cave, which I assume is for the topaz gem. It is located near here at the riparian woodland, just near the floodplains Arcosa River. Be careful not to jump through these holes because it will automatically kill your dinosaur, because there is a kill box just right below the surface of it. This cave, however, is very similar to the burrow caves and root canals on the mixed map. You access it by going through this burrow here, which can also be accessed by smaller to medium tier dinosaurs. The cave system is maze-like, so be careful not to lose your way in here. Some parts of the root caves are submerged in water, so be careful to not drown your dinosaur with low stamina. It won't be difficult for herbivores to starve or die from thirst down here with all the vegetation available. But if you're playing as a carnivore, be sure that you are full on hunger before engaging so. Currently, that is all the gem caves found in Woodlands, but there are no gems spawning yet. It is also announced that you can now sniff through your tracking mechanic and inspect blood tracks and footprints. But currently, I think combat is disabled in the testing branch, so I cannot see how the UI of the blood inspection works. But with the new footprints, I assume that the skull could be represented by the dinosaur, while the other details are self-explanatory. It would be a cool feature. The devs have also now started scripting on flight mechanics for the Recode, so you'll be able to play Quetzalcoatlus once Recode is released. If you want to know more about these mechanics, feel free to pause this screen right here. But to explain the mechanics, in order to fly, you have to hold your space button to reach the max size of the bar that is found on the screen. Then you have to quickly press space again to fly. Of course, the smaller the pterosaur, the faster it takes off, while the bigger ones takes a while, and it will depend if you are standing still, walking, or running. Now that you are airborne, steering would be simply holding your W key while your camera is where you're looking. And when gliding, you simply have to hold space, which makes your dinosaur flap. And you can look around freely by pressing W as well. But when gliding, you slowly lose altitude. Braking when flying is by clicking S, which slows you down. Holding it will slow you down harshly. As you keep holding S, you will also lose altitude. Hovering is while holding S to prevent your altitude from going lower, while holding shift at the same time to stay in place. But hovering drains stamina. To land, simply hold S near the ground for a safe landing. You will automatically land when you are too close to the ground, but going too fast may kill or harm you. And diving is where you look straight down while holding W. The speed depends on the tilt of your camera. and when crashing, your flight will cancel and you will fall. Just press space again to fly. In the new mastery system, they are now removing mastery requirements from other dinosaurs to unlock or discount the amber of that one apex dinosaur you want. As I said before, no progress or mastery progress will be lost. Instead, the new mastery system just won't be required to unlock those dinosaurs or discount their amber anymore. Instead, they will now give survival-based buffs, unknown to what they will be yet. Some of you might be asking the same question here. Will Apexes cost the amount they do without the mastery, or will they now be default as if you had all the mastery completed? And the answer is default as if completed. So instead of having to purchase Spinosaurus at 10 million amber, it would now cost at 5 million amber. But do take note that Jacko decided that they might tweak a bit on the Apex's amber prices. And because of this new change, they might even remove or tweak the amber cap of 5 million. Honestly, this is a very good change, especially for those new players or those players all in all who hate the grind. Since the game is pretty grindy and it will take you months to grab that one apex dinosaur. So props for the development team for thinking this through. This is such a win, addition, and change. Maybe the best one they ever did for the game lately. That's all I have for now. Until next time.